But back in the kitchen with Brenda from the bulk food store, we're making homemade granola bars, which I think, Brenda, a lot of people have never thought about making. But if you look at the granola bars you get at the store, most of them, they're not so good for you.
Right.
You know, people see the word granola and they're like, oh, I can eat bunches of these. Or they taste like not so good either, you know.
Cardboard, right.
Yeah.
Just so much processing happens, and who wants all that processed food?
Right.
And so, you know what, my daughter loves granola bars. She would eat 3 or 4 a day, and I finally said, that's it. We've got to find a recipe for homemade granola bars, and it's very versatile, so we can talk about that.
I like that. What I also like is that this is a season where, you know, there's lots of summer activities. You need food that you can take on the go. You know, this is going to be perfect for road trips. So, and you say, yeah, we can mix it up. So let's start.
Absolutely. All right, we've got 4½ cups of oats. We start there.
And you sell the steel cut and the regular oats.
Exactly.
And,
organic and in gluten-free, so large variety there.
Okay.
We have 1 cup of flour.
Okay.
A lot of times, just to make it a little boost of healthier, you can put whole wheat flour in there.
Okay, and you sell tons of different kinds of flour, including King Arthur flour and all that kind of good stuff. Okay.
Yep, then we're going to add our 1/3 cup of brown sugar.
And believe it or not, they even sell brown sugar by bulk, so it's really fresh and a cheap way to get it.
And cane or beet. Then we've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
And 1 teaspoon of our vanilla.
Okay.
All right. And then we've got 2/3 cup of softened butter. Again, now I could just replace half of that 1/3 cup with 1 cup of flax meal if you'd like to make it even healthier.
Really?
Do that replacement we just talked about at that last
recipe. And they'll still
recipe.
come together okay?
Exactly.
Really?
Yes. So we've got the butter, and then the last one here is a 1/2 cup of honey. We're
And you
throw
sell that
in there.
great honey.
We do. We have local honey in all different sizes. We just sell large amounts of it. People love our local honey. So then what we do is we start mixing that up.
Okay.
It's kind of a little bit of a chore to get that all mixed up.
I'll do that, and you talk about, now this is where we can get creative and have some fun.
Here's the creative fun thing. 2 cups of whatever you've got in your cupboard. So at my house it's called, what's the 2-cup question? We open up the pantry and we're like, hey, we've got craisins and sunflower seeds. Do a cup of each. We've got dried apricots and pepitas. Let's do a cup of each. So, so today I thought, you know, for the kids, we talked about them being home. One of my kids' favorites is a s'mores granola bar. So what I'm doing is adding then, once she's got that mixed well, 1 cup of chocolate chips. And of course, we've got a million different sizes of those and different flavors.
The littlest, teeniest chocolate chips I've ever seen.
Itty
Even
bitty.
littler than these. So that's awesome.
And then one of our biggest sellers is dehydrated marshmallow bits. And these are the vanilla, and we also have the multicolored. So what cereal does this scream to you?
Oh,
Lucky
yeah,
Charms?
yeah.
We sell a 40-pound case of this every week.
Really?
The case is gigantic because these weigh nothing. So if you're looking, I've checked every grocery store. There isn't a single one that carries these. So, all right, so that is coming along, and then we're going to mix these 2 guys in.
Our 2 cups of, we did the mini marshmallows and the mini chocolate chips.
Yep. Exactly. Now what I did with the pan, I got a couple hints. This will go in a 9x13 pan.
Okay.
And what I did with this is I sprayed the bottom, and then I put my foil on, and then I spray the top.
Okay.
And then we just mix that all in, and you're going to spread that in there, and you're just going to pat it lightly. I just like to get it nice and smooth.
Okay. And at home you'll mix this a little bit better than I did, but we kind of hurried it along for TV. And bake time and temperature.
Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bake this at 325 for 18 to 20 minutes. Again, it depends on the size and how wide your pan is.
Okay.
I made one yesterday, and
Here they
so
are.
I will grab that guy.
Thank you. I'm going to wash my hands. Now show how easy they are to cut and get out of there, because that's why it's so important to line that pan.
So what we do, we line that pan. So all we do is we just pick it up like this. And what you're going to do when you take it out of the oven is go ahead and let that sit for about 10 minutes on a baking rack.
Okay.
And then when they're usually cut this when they're warm, but now you can just simply cut.
They cut nicely.
Granola bars like this. And then usually, like I just do it in strips. Sometimes I do it in chunks. But we just get these cut, go like this, put these in some.
Love it. Brenda, thank you so much. Bulk Food Shop, 2 locations, one in Greenville, one in Ashwaubenon. Check them out. You are going to love this store.